I wonder though, if you could tell me on your LinkedIn page, you've got a cool little thing here that says that you help women experts build BlockbustHER businesses. I was like, okay, wait a second. I'm going to let you explain that because when I think of Blockbuster, I think of Netflix, Blockbuster. I'm wondering if you're tying something in there. What does that mean for you?
I am. So think about, my name is Patty Block, and Block lends itself to all kinds of graphics and plays on words. And so Blockbuster is a play on word with my name, but it is also, when you think of a blockbuster and what it used to be before Blockbuster Video came around.
Yeah.
It used to be those big summer movies that would come out and people would line up at the movie theater and they would go around the block to buy their tickets to go into a movie.
That's what Blockbuster used to mean?
That's right.
Cool.
And so that idea of a blockbuster movie was that summer movie where people would line up around the block. And so taking that idea of the women that I work with are all high achievers, and that is part of our goal. We want to build very successful organizations. And so that the Blockbuster idea plays on that. The HER at the end quickly identifies, because I only work with women business owners.
Yep.
And interestingly, this came about when I was trying to figure out the name for my LinkedIn newsletter. And if you've done a LinkedIn newsletter, you know that the title has to be extremely short and it has to say something, right? It has to, in order for people to subscribe, it has to be somewhat interesting. So that's what I named my newsletter, is BlockbustHER Businesses.
Yeah.
And it's really worked well. It communicates very much what I do in the world is I help women build blockbuster businesses, and I help them build real value so that they can exit someday when they're ready, and they can build real business value rather than just generating revenue that comes in and goes out as quickly as they generate it.
Yeah.
So I work with a population of women that typically they've been in business at least 15 years, and they're positioning their company so that they can be a little bit less chained. I think of it as feeling chained to their business by golden handcuffs of their own making. That we want to be our own boss, and we create our companies and we build it and end up, as I mentioned earlier, where we don't want to overload our staff. We want everyone to be happy. And so we eat the crumbs and continue to do a lot of work that we could delegate. And as we're building our organization, we need to be thinking about, you're going to have to exit your company someday, voluntarily or not, right? And the older we get, the more we start to worry about our health. And think about, if you put this in terms of the broken cookie, when we make sure that everyone else gets the whole cookie, that includes our staff. And one of the things that I hear over and over is, I want to make sure my staff is taken care of. So if I get sick or a family member gets sick and I need to step away from my company for a period of time, I want to know that my company is in good hands with my employees. I trust them. I've trained them, and that they care. So they're going to take good care of the company. And if I need to step away, everything isn't going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And so that's the work that I do in my private consulting, is helping women position their company for their eventual exit and make sure that everyone is taken care of, because that is so important to them, along with legacy and making sure that everything they've built isn't a house of cards.